Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on The Thing 1982 film review. Now as you know, The Thing was a 1982 science fiction horror film that was directed by John Carpenter, the same guy who gave us The Fog and Halloween. And of course, the story being based on the 1983 novel by John W. Campbell, known as Who Goes There, which obviously, is meant to be a kind of H.P. Lovecraft-like story. And the premise of the film, The Thing, is meant to follow how, a American research team in Antarctica later discover after taking down a deranged Norwegian pilot that they later learn from what happened to their post that something or someone destroyed everything around them, and after seeing what happened to one of the huskies that they rescued, that whatever the creature is mimicking and copying other life forms. So we kind of see how, R.J. McReady, as well as the other research team in his position, have to figure out who's the alien, try to put two and two together, and of course, the whole point of the film is about being cautious, being aware of who might be who, and always trust your instincts, and don't let things like your emotions, your feelings, as well as your heart get into the way of what could go wrong if something bad happens. And I think for the way I do see the film, definitely feels like a prototype to Dead Space, because obviously, R.J. McReady is obviously meant to be Isaac Clarke, and we kind of see how, one of the huskies they rescue, one of basically R.J. McReady's teammates turning into monster-like forms reminds me a lot of the Necromorphs from Dead Space. And you can really get this feel that even John Carpenter was taking a lot of inspiration from things like the Shoggoth, these sort of Lovecraftian human hybrid forms, and you can really tell he went all out on this. And I think it's also interesting how the film also helped inspired and made good parodies, like, Lee McCastle, a YouTuber, doing a parody version of Pingu known as the Thing, or as it was known as, called Fingu. And South Park parodying the whole blood analyzing test. We kind of see how, even Dead Space really took a lot of inspiration from The Thing. And it's also clear John Carpenter knows this, and out of respect, wants to actually do a proper Dead Space film. And I think it's interesting how the game there would be a game in 2002 and a prequel in 2011. And I think it's also interesting how this is one of the few times I've seen Keith David in a live action adaptation, and it really shows you just how young he looks. Like, he really does look like a much younger Samuel Jackson. And I like how, his voice actually sounds like this really tough as nails, but really guy who takes crud from no one. And you can really get a sense that when Keith David voices a character, or has to play a character, he has to be this stern, hard case, but knows what he has to be. And and I actually think The Thing is an enjoyable film. I think it really does tackle the message of being cautious, trust your instincts, and being wary of people around you. And that's something that is going to happen in real life when you have to be careful of people who can be manipulative, inconsiderate, or try to use your feelings to get what they want. So I think this film definitely deserves 2 thumbs ups. Definitely good, definitely enjoyable, and I do feel like, The Thing was where the starting point was, And I think Dead Space is where it's taking on the path that it's walking, trying to be something inspired by this movie. So, comic reviewer here, signing out.